between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Play action now, Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Back to throw, Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the close fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On second down, Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20, 5, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go option to the short side. Touchdown, Chicago! Justin Fields, 34 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Vikings, nothing. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
From the 29, Cousins swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
To throw, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Cousins.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action, Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won...
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Vikings, nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And some room to maneuver.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him as he is... Stop here this first half.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Fields now to throw.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground?
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, we're good.
A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Hey, Ken. Hey, receiver. Wide. Two. We got 48.
Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Pass complete to Bayless Jones. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. He could muster only a yard there. They'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Cousins on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it hasn't been a bad first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Cousins to throw it. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Out of the gun, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously, they want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On third down, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 36, Fields. He completes it to Jones. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
One play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Montgomery back to the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Fields. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made on the 24-yard line. The Vikings take over first down.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. To throw is Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Driving the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. Pick up there, 22. And there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. Another clinic well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down the defense.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Cousins will try and throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. He gets this to Jones over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, and he can't find anywhere to go here, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Left side, got Jones. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. I hate to swing that far down when you're racing a slow lane, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
That's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Quinn picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. It's complete to Cook. Shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
Drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. There have been quite a few plays. They might look back on it and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. As he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Fields. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Fields. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
All eyes on Fields. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. We have to take some chances here. They try to ground him down, needing a touchdown. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Jones. It took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how he stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exit until that point concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Minnesota, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.